Good evening. I'm Siwapili Rose Amador, and this is Native Voice TV. Well, last week I promised you that we'd have Robert Greygrass back, and there he is. Welcome, Robert. Welcome back.
All right, thank you.
Magic. But I did promise you that he'd give us some storytelling, some comedy, and we have an audience for you. So, hey, audience. Woo. They're ready. Let's hit it.
Well, I'll see what I can do. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for having me back. Happy to be. The plum pit game is who's got it in their hand. You know, they put it behind their back, and maybe you pass it to your partner, and you bet on who's got it in their hand. Maybe they've got it, maybe they don't. Everybody's singing their good luck songs. People are betting like crazy. Things are going really fast. He told me he's doing pretty good. He's a trickster. But Sioko, the man-eating monster, is there. Now, nobody really knows what Sioko looks like. He's a monster. He eats human beings. But he was there, and he was doing pretty good, too, and he's bragging around. I could eat all of you. I could break you in half and eat you, but I'll just gamble and steal your things because I'm Sioko. I can do it as I please. Well, he told me he got tired of hearing him bragging around, and he said, I'll bet you couldn't beat my grandchild. Couldn't defeat him. Sioko said, Spider-Man, be quiet. I'll break you in half and eat you. No, no, no. I'll bet you everything, your horses, your blankets, your wife. You can't beat my grandchild. Who is this grandchild? Who is he? Some great warrior? No, he's my little grandchild, my little Takoja. All right, he's up in his ego now. He couldn't let it go. Sioko's all like that. So he said, yes, take me to your grandchild. So he went to his lodge, and there was his little grandchild rolling around on the floor, about 6 or 8 months old, little baby, you know, just cute, naked, doing what babies do. And Sioko said, I'm supposed to beat this one? This is the one? A bet is a bet, said he told me. So Sioko, he looked. And he used medicine, and he turned himself into Igmutanka, mountain lion. And he came at the baby. Rawr! And the baby reached up and tugged at his whiskers and scratched under his chin, and he giggled and squealed with delight. And Sioko stepped back, and then he made himself into Igmugleza, bobcat. And he came at him again, and the baby grabbed him, and he put his furry ears under his chin, and he scratched him and wrestled around with him, and he giggled and squealed. He loved it. He was having fun. And Sioko stepped back again, and he looked at the baby, and he thought, and he made himself into Matho, a bear, and he raised up, rawr, and the baby raised up, rawr, laughing and giggling, having fun. Sioko was getting tired. He made himself into a turkey vulture, a buzzard, and he grabbed the baby by the shoulders, and he flew way up high. The baby squealed with delight. He could see everybody and everything, and he was having so much fun and poking and pulling feathers out of it. And Sioko took him down and set him on the ground, and he was getting really tired. He made himself into Wakia. And every time he moved his wings, the thunder roared, and every time he blinked, lightning would flash. And the baby went over and played in the sparkles where the lightning flashed, and he giggled and squealed. And finally, Sioko thought, Anor Ite, the two-faced witch. Now, the two-faced witch, she has that two-face. You look at this one face, you might fall in love with her. You look at this other face, you might fall over dead. She's scary. And Sioko, he had a mask of her in his bag, and he took it out and he put it on. He went right up to the baby, and he made that face, and the baby squealed with delight, and he grabbed the mask, and he tried to pull it off of him. He wanted to play with it, and they tug-of-war over the mask for a while, and finally Sioko took it back, and he said, okay, enough. Let's rest. He sat down. The baby crawled up in his lap. And he was looking at him. And then the baby peed on him. Just then, the baby's mother came in. You bad boy, look what you did. And the baby cowered and cried, oh, it's Ina, it's my mother. Ah. He was afraid of Mom, but not the man-eating monster. And Mama scooped up the baby and took him out. And he told me, said, well, what do you think? Sioko said, you're right. I could not defeat your grandchild. Iktomi said, and a bet is a bet, and I will take all of your horses, all of your blankets, but you can keep your wife. She is too ugly for me. And he walked off to find another adventure. And that's a little bit of Iktomi.
Wasn't he wonderful?
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I want to thank our audience for being here, too. They came back 2 weeks in a row. Yeah. And thank you for joining us at Native Voice TV. We're on every Sunday at 6 o'clock. Make sure you tune in, or you might want to come join our studio audience. It's going to get bigger and bigger, and then we'll take Oprah's slot, and then it's all over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Network, syndicate.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. Good night.